drinking wouldn't have allowed me to explore this other area of me, and kind of was keeping me at this level. Like drinking, when you're drinking a lot, never elevates you. It never progresses you forward. All it does is just keep you here. Keeps you here. You know, you never have heard anybody ever say that I am really glad I started drinking again. Nobody's ever said that, because there's no reason to be glad. If you've stopped and you've seen the positive aspects that drinking has made towards your life being improved in every way, shape, or form, it's like there's no reason to look back. And that's where I'm sitting right now. I'm really not even like, oh, I'm 100 days sober, I hope I can make it 100 more. I'm almost like drinking isn't even a thing for me anymore. I don't drink, and life has gotten so much better without drinking in every way. So I know a lot of people hit me up on Twitter about being sober. I know a lot of people always ask me questions about it. So I've been thinking about this for a long time. I want to form a place where people can get together and talk about issues with addiction. It doesn't have to be limited to alcohol. It can be any other addiction. I know there's every addiction out there. And even if you're having a hard time in life with depression, if you're having a hard time in life with your family, with work, anything, I know that everybody needs somebody to talk to, and not everybody has somebody to talk to. So I'm going to use Ruin Your Day as a platform for that. Every week on Wednesdays, I haven't decided a time yet, probably around 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to have Ruin Your Day live for an hour. And basically what's going to be happening is the chat is going to be live, and that's going to be used as the floor for everybody to talk. I might be on a video feed answering questions to the chat. I might pull up some music that Ruin Your Day made to play. I might play some video in the background. It's going to be sort of a free-form vehicle type of feed. There's not going to be really a set thing that we're doing. The only thing that I want to go on is I want people to feel like it's a safe place to come into and talk and vent, talk to other people, maybe give advice. I'll be in there if anybody wants to ask any questions about being sober. I can give whatever advice I can for that. And yeah, essentially, I just think there needs to be a place like that. I think AA works really well for a lot of people because it's a community. It's a strong-knit community. You have a sponsor that holds you accountable for not drinking. You have other people that are going through the same thing as you. You realize there's a whole world out there of people that just don't drink. And that's rare these days, honestly. So I want there to be a place like that on Ruin Your Day that's doesn't have to be just limited to alcohol. It could be anything. You know, like my parents went through some heart problems this year, and that really devastated me. So, you know, I needed somebody to talk to about that. My ex-girlfriend's dog that I really love got cancer. My close friend just had cancer. So it's been tough for me as well this year, and I'm really thankful that I've had Ruin Your Day to talk to you guys about battle rap and forget about the troubles in my life, but I want to give back, and I want to create a platform where we can all come together and sort of be each other's shoulder to lean on every now and then. So just wanted to make this video to talk about me getting sober, my experience with it. Honestly, to wrap this up, being sober is like probably the best thing that's happened to me in a long time. Me breaking up with my ex-girlfriend that I love to this day has been the best thing that's ever happened to me too as well. It's really like jump-started me to make big improvements in my life that I'm really proud of. And yeah, I mean, I think anybody out there that's struggling with addiction, the first question you need to ask for yourself, if you're thinking that you might have a drug problem, alcohol problem, any sort of problem, is if I'm asking myself if I have a problem, I might have a problem. Do you want to take the next step to solving it? Do you want to get clean? Do you want to get sober? And all I can say is being sober is amazing. It's great. I would never trade it for anything. It works really well for me. Other people can drink responsibly. I'm not one of those people. I can't drink responsibly at all. So yeah, guys, I just want to thank you all for helping me through my year of sobriety. You guys really made a huge difference in my life. I want to thank everybody out there that supported Ruin Your Day, all the patrons, all the people that did a watch episode, all the guests, all the people that tuned in for watch, everybody that bought merch, everybody that bought music. It means the world to me. So thank you guys.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Ruin an Hour, a safe place to talk about anything. But I want to get straight into it. So, Philippe, let's just talk about what you've been feeling, man. You say you've been suicidal. I've been suicidal pretty heavily for the past, not pretty heavily, I guess it's an overstatement, but I have been for the past 2 years. And I can say from personal experience that it's not the way out. It's not going to rid you of anything at all, because basically what you're doing is you're going to pass that pain that you're feeling on to others and ultimately make a decision that's going to be worse for everything. There's so many better decisions than suicide. Suicide is probably the worst decision you can possibly make. I'm just so alone, and this whole year has been so negative 24/7, so my pain has been amplified, basically. Yeah, I understand that, man. I hear you. This year has been really rough for everybody, between the quarantine, the protests, the systematic injustice in America, and it's been really hard, man, but you'll survive and you'll get through this, man, because you're powerful, you're strong, you have every ounce of opportunity to rise above this. And I know that feeling alone is horrible, and it's really suffocating. It's like super, super suffocating when you're in it. I've been there, like, I'm not saying my situation is the same as yours or worse or better, but I've been there for sure. And I've felt alone a lot. And I definitely know what you're talking about, man. I've like been in cars where I've like been driving and I'm like, I should just jump out of this car right now. And, then I won't feel so sad. Or like, ooh, I'll just like overdose on pills or something, But I can tell you that working through my issues and going to therapy and really just like focusing on loving myself has taken my life to a whole nother path that I never thought was possible. And I can truthfully say that I'm more happy now than I've ever been in my entire life because of the pain that I went through. And it's solely because I went through those things that I was able to fully appreciate me and grow more. And I still have a lot of growth to do. I still have a lot to work on. Not saying I'm done by any means, but I think that's just the best way to look at it, man. And furthermore, if you're feeling suicidal, please reach out to a suicide hotline. Reach out to your friends. Reach out to your family. I know that sometimes we feel alone and we feel like that nobody's there for you, but oftentimes people just don't know you need them. I've been guilty of that with my close friends. I've had falling outs with like some of my closest friends this past 2 years, and that's mostly because it's my fault, because I wanted them to be there for me, but I'm not letting them know that I want them to be there for me. So therefore they think that I want distance because I'm quiet, and I'm kind of reserved. So if you reach out and talk to people, and say, hey, I need to talk to somebody right now. I'm going through a lot, and I'm feeling like that this is a lot for me to take in, and I just want somebody to listen, somebody to be there for me. Your friends and family will do that for you. And furthermore, if you don't have anybody that you feel comfortable to do that with, reach out to me, man. Email me, kgray@rydordie.com. I'll give you my number. You can text me. You can email me whenever. You can DM me. I'm on the computer all the time. And I'll talk to you about whatever you want, whenever, man. We can get through this together. Like, suicide is not the way. It's just not. It's not a good option, man. And it's not gonna relieve any pain. It's just gonna cause more pain to the world, and to yourself, and to your conscience, to your spirit, to everything. It's not a good way. So I know that it seems like an option when it's there, but it's not. And the road to recovery, the road to self-healing, the road to gratitude is not easy. It's a difficult one, and it's uncomfortable, but it's the best one for sure. Of course, the muffin, man. I'm really glad that you're making the decision to get sober, man. That's really amazing. I'm proud of you. Yeah, Philip. I mean, I completely empathize with what you feel. Like you rationally know that suicide isn't the right way, but everything you feel feels like it is. And I've been there, man. Trust me. Like I've been there. It's fucking terrible. I'm not discounting any pain you're going through, but it's really really hard. Martyr. I personally not, but I do have a close friend that just went through one. But I've definitely had my share of heartbreaks. I know that divorce is a whole nother level of that because it's like there's legal terms on top of that as well, and that makes it more difficult to get through. And then if you have kids, you have property. It's just like can't imagine. It's a lot. It's definitely not something that I would want to go through ever. Rashid, Abo, do you think once we realize the control we have over our lives and emotions that it helps us empower the road forward? Definitely. I think once you realize that you can control your actions, sometimes you can't control your emotions. You can control your actions from those emotions, but sometimes you can't. Like sometimes you'll feel jealous, you'll beat yourself up for feeling jealous, envious, like all these things that we naturally feel, and you can't like be like, oh, I'm a terrible person because this emotion that every other human being probably feels entered my head. Um, what makes a good man and woman is the actions that they do throughout their life. It's based on actions. It's not based on the emotions that they feel. You can feel any emotion. It's your responsibility to act on it appropriately. So I think once you harness learning how to act on your emotions in a way that's self-serving to your moral compass and your goal, I think that's the best way to go about that. Sorry guys, I'm just texting Beasley right now. Yeah, I think they did. Was that the protest where that guy carried the injured protester? I think they made it to American news, if so. But I've kind of been honestly detached from the news. I definitely like choose to digest a certain portion of the news if I can, just because it's very overwhelming. If that's all you're digesting is the news, it's super overwhelming. It can be really like negative, and I think it's unhealthy to just be doing that. Yeah, I kind of tried to get into Jocko. I like him a lot. I like his style of podcast too. I like how it's black and white. It's really cool, like aesthetically. It's a cool like podcast. I dig it. Yeah, word up, Amy. I agree with that. It can be overwhelming even if you're not trying to watch the news. Getting online is all it takes. Yeah, for sure. Getting on any social media. Like, literally, I use one social media. I use Twitter. And even though I just use that, it's not even on my phone. Like, getting on it is, it's pretty overwhelming, for sure. Yeah, I heard about the two lynchings. Who lynches people? That, like, is that so that like forgive my extreme ignorance to this, but like that is like just it's a blatant racist act then because even the violence in it is like it's like a racist statement, correctly? Because who the fuck is lynching people to kill them? That seems just like such an impractical way, other than to send a message. Um, and that's atrocious. That's absolutely horrible that that still goes on, and that it's happened 2 times in California this week. It's nuts. But yeah, I mean, I think practicing gratitude is really helpful. Got this. So these are like talked about that YouTube channel, The School of Life. I bought a bunch of books from them. I'll share them with you guys right now. So I got this gratitude postcard. It's pretty cool. So it has a bunch of postcards on here with like, and then like, so there's a bunch of these in there. Some are cool. Some are kind of cheesy. This one's pretty cool. Just cool little like gratitude things to like, I don't know, put on your desk and like look at every now and then. I like it. Troy Lee Wine. I'm an addict and I'm in rehab. They taught. I'm dating an addict. Excuse me, misread that. They taught her addiction is a relapsing disease, and she keeps saying that every time she relapses, is it just me or is that completely counterproductive? No, it's not, and I understand how you feel about that because you feel like there should be some progress to stop relapsing, but relapsing is part of the recovery process, just like falling is a part of learning to ride a bike. You're most likely going to relapse. I mean, it is possible not to, but I think it's also put in place so people don't think it's the end of the world when they relapse, because quitting an addiction is truthfully one of the hardest things to do. And with anything in life, you don't do it right the first time. Like you try something and then you fail, and then you learn from that failure, and there is where the growth happens. So I think relapsing is definitely part of the process. But I mean, if it becomes a process to where it's relapsing on a regular schedule, and it's a cycle, and nothing is being done to curve that, then I think it's an issue for sure. But here's some more books I got from that site, The School of Life. It's pretty cool. I got that postcard. I got this book. It's pretty interesting. It just talks about heartbreak. You know me, I've been struggling with that pretty heavy the past 2 years, if not every day, every second. I got this, The Meaning of Life. I like this one. It's pretty cool. I haven't read too much of it. To wonder too openly or intensely about the meaning of life can seem peculiar, ill-fated, and faintly ridiculous pastime. It can seem like a topic on which ordinary mortals cannot make such progress. In truth, it is for all of us to wonder about, define, and work towards a more meaningful existence. This book considers a range of options for where the meaning of life is to be found, including love, family, friendship, work, self-knowledge, nature. We learn why certain things feel meaningful, why others don't, and consider how we might introduce more meaning into our activities. Basically just talks about how like the meaning of life seems like such like a woo-woo type of thing, when really it's just everybody should be thinking about this constantly, and this shouldn't be a deep conversation to have. The meaning of life should not be like, oh my god, you're like a deep person for wanting to discuss the meaning of life. It's like, nah, this is what we all experience. Why don't we talk about it? It's better than talking about fucking Coachella. And then gotta pull a RYD Geechee. That's what I was using as a bookmark. This one, boom, How to Find Love. I haven't dove too into that. I haven't even opened that one. And then I also got this other one too. Well, relationships. Obviously, I haven't opened that one. It's still shrink wrapped. But yeah, I got a bunch of books from there, so I got to read those. I haven't been reading too much recently. I've been reading that 101 Essays That Change the Way You Think, but I've been slacking. I don't bench. I actually don't go to a gym anymore. I just work out in my room, and I run. And it's been the best thing for me. Actually, calisthenics I really believe in. Honestly, I think if the gym opens, I don't know if I'll go back, because I like just doing push-ups and sit-ups and squats in my room. I also have like sandbags that I like do, use those for dumbbells. So yeah, exactly. You don't have to own weights. And it's funny because before the quarantine, I definitely, I thought you did. You know, I'm such a gym rat. I love the gym. So, I have two pieces that shaped my beliefs heavily I want to share with you. I'm sure you've heard of the egg. I've seen a video on the egg, but you should explain it to me. Ill. Amanda just canceled your membership. Where were you a member again? What was your gym you went to? I forgot. I know we talked about this. Let me guess. Planet Fitness. No, I'm kidding. What was it? Wasted Century. My grandma passed away recently and I've been struggling mentally, but your videos have helped me and cheered me up a lot. Thank you and keep up the good work. One of the best channels out. Wasted Century. My condolences, my friend, for your grandmother. Stay strong. Be around your family, and she's in a better place. And a good thing that a friend of mine thought about when her grandmother passed is just to really resonate on all the good things that she left your family and how she brought your family together and blessed your family with so much love throughout the years. And thank you for telling me that. That means a lot to me that my videos bring some form of entertainment, my friend. The next round for round I'm going to do tomorrow, on Monday. I'm going to go live. Finally. I'm sorry, I've not been live. I've been doing a lot of stuff. Like currently I'm editing B Magic and Jerry West, which is dropping tomorrow on the app. I'm actually finished. I just got to do the intro. Oh, you were at Crunch. Nice. Let's go. The egg is a reincarnation story that basically we are all the same being and just have to live out every human life to evolve. Is the super too long didn't read. That's cool. I haven't heard of that. I'll have to look that up. That's dope. That's a cool concept of spirituality. Like all spirituality is here currently, and it just kind of goes into different forms. You know, it's a cool thought process for sure. Practicing gratitude is a great move at a difficult time in my life. Zen philosophy really helped me out. For real, man. Gratitude is an amazing thing to practice. Like, literally, like, fucking my whole room is filled with gratitude all over my bedroom. Literally, I have 14 huge posters that say, like, it's unrealistic until it's not. Failure is growth. Honor the love. Patience. Today I bring love. Just like positive affirmations that help me practice a lot of gratitude in my life. And I think that's really important to like be in the center of that. Yeah, Rashid, I've actually heard a lot about this vibration frequency from a lot of people. I'm going to have to look into it. And I feel like we're once animals and this is a plain test to get to the next ascension of being. Yeah, the vibration theory. I like it. I like that a lot. There's so many ways to model and talk about addiction. It is a topic close to me, and I still feel reluctant to talk about it because of how personal it is and how treatment varies person to person. Yeah, it is. It is a delicate topic, man, for sure, and it's very personal to people. Nah, man, you ain't tripping, Rashid. That's dope. I like that. I like that a lot, man. Don't let anybody tell you that because you're thinking in depth about anything that you're on drugs. You're just a pensive person, and I appreciate that. People that are pensive and think about things are the people that solve problems because you think about them. And that's the true human experience, is going through your journey in the now and being conscious. That means thinking about things. When I was not sober and I was like completely not in the moment and I was out there like just shooting porn and like drunk every single day, I was not in the moment. I was not conscious. I don't think I was really aligned with who I was at all. It's funny when you're doing those things, you can like think that you're happy because you're like basically sensory pleasure chasing. And pleasures are easy and they are like wildly gratifying. Like getting drunk is like immediately gratifying. You feel better. All your problems just go away. But it's so temporary, and it actually doesn't build anything in your life at all. It's the same thing as eating cake. You know, eating cake doesn't do any good for you other than just tasting good and you getting like a little bit of satisfaction for a little small amount of time. So I think it's so much more beneficial to our experience as humans to not do that, not pleasure chase, you know? Cake is good. Cake is real good. I mean, I can't talk. I've been eating like shit recently, so I can't like get on my high horse here. I'm trying to, but underneath it, I'm a goddamn liar. I ate fried chicken like too many times recently, and I've been avoiding eating meat, and it's just been bad. The other piece is my conversation with God, and it's a bit of a trip. It talks about how we have all to come together as humanity, to evolve together as a whole, to be a singular being. It's more of a wall. That's interesting. JV, that's I love you too, man, but that's nothing. Like, I'm not proud of that, dude. I'm not proud of that in the slightest. Very, very remorseful of the things I've done in the past. Rashid, yeah, exactly. Quitting meat is the best thing. Like, I feel so much better. Like, it's pretty wild now when I make a meal, like, just with no meat in it. I think about that because I used to eat meals with nothing but meat in them. And now I'm like, wow, like, this meal I'm making is just, like, brown rice and, like, greens and, like, good stuff for me. And it makes me feel better. It makes me feel incredible. And also a lot of water. Tons of it. I eat quinoa, yeah. I flux with the quinoa and brown rice. That's usually what I use for like my base. Jackfruit. Oh yeah. I see like plenty of vegan restaurants using jackfruit in the place of meat. JV, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. It means a lot to me. Life's going okay, Harith. Just filmed that proposal battle. Released that. I'm like super tired because I woke up at like 5 a.m. to get that out for today. So I didn't get much sleep last night. I got like 4 hours. But that's out. And then I'm going to edit the rest of Jerry West vs. B Magic. Get that on the app for tomorrow. And then I'm done for the day. Then I'm done working. I should work out today, but I have a feeling I'm not going to because I'm just so tired. But I should. That's the thing. I should call myself on that because being a pussy. No, I'm kidding. But really, in a sense, for lack of a better term, bitching out when I'm just tired. Like I should take being tired as a challenge to work out and know that I'll feel better after I do work out. Amy, no, it doesn't. Honestly, Amy, I'm probably not doing the smartest stuff with COVID, to be honest with you. Amanda, thank you. Did you wake up early today? Amy, yeah, I'm probably not doing the smartest thing with COVID, to be honest with you. I've been like around a lot of people recently. Like I filmed plenty of battles. Nope. And yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely not being smart with it, and I should be. It's not good, but I don't know. I have like these. I don't know. I have these thoughts about COVID, so 10's early enough. 10 isn't 8, but 10 is not noon either. So you did okay. Hope you're good. You see Trump walking down the ramp. I can't believe he actually had to address that. The media's crazy in your country. Yeah, for sure. I saw that clip too, and I didn't really think anything of it, but people definitely do analyze a lot about what he does. I'm like, oh, he just like is walking down a ramp weird. But people are like, he's like, he's fucking like physically not well. And I'm like, obviously, dude, he's like so unhealthy. Muffin Man, I have a quote that really helped me through my suicidal phase. Everything always works out with time, and not always how we want, but given time, it will work out. That's a good quote. That's a really good quote. Yeah, I eat avocados. Not a lot, but I do. I don't have that name because I love avocados. I got that name because I used to rap, and I was horrible. And I wanted a really silly name, so I chose Avocado Breath. Beat on Nessa was beautiful. Was the first thing I watched when I started my day. Put a smile on my face. Yeah, man, that was really powerful. Salute to everybody involved. All I did was show up and film it. I didn't really do much. Amanda, you're better at rapping than me. Shut up. Amanda, let's start a battle crew. You can sing, and I'll rap. You probably dance better than me too. Do you need other people to tell you to take a break from when working too hard, or is it something you know yourself? I mean, I think when people tell you things and it kind of hurts your feelings a lot, it's because you deep down know that it's a truth. Like, kind of like, if like you're a little fat and somebody says, hey, you've been gaining some weight and it really hurts you, it's because you probably know it's true. Or if you're balding and somebody makes fun of you being bald. So if you're working really hard and somebody says something on it, I would say that you definitely know it's true yourself. You always know things are true. I knew that I was a sex addict before I admitted it. I knew that I was an alcoholic before I admitted it. I know I'm a general just addict. I got sort of addicted to smoking cigars after I got sober, and I'm a work addict too. I can definitely get in phases where all I do is work. So yeah, I think you'll know it yourself. You teetering on buying a URL pass? Is it worth it? Of course, man. Of course, dude. It's $8. It's $8 a month. That's nothing. I pay more for that for things I don't even know on my credit card. I'm like, it's $15. Where is this coming from? That's awesome to hear about the diet change. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you. I didn't watch the Blind Fury podcast with Pat. Also, Pat still hasn't released the one that me and him did, and I have a feeling he's not going to for some reason. Probably because I got just too honest about my addictions, and people, I don't know, maybe some people might feel weird about it, but I hope he releases it because that was a good one. I really liked it. Rob, yeah, I mean, dude, I'm way happier sober, way. I think about how I used to act towards people, even when I wasn't drunk and drinking, and I was not fun to be around. I'll say that. I was mean, and I was not nice. Not all the time, of course, but a lot of times I was pretty rude to people, and I just think I was really unhappy in general. And now that I'm sober, I'm like, ooh, life is super fun, and I love it. And there's so much good in life, and I'm so just blessed, just so blessed. Honestly, that's all I can say. I got you guys to talk to all the time. I can come on here and tell the world my problems, and I have and I'm not afraid to do that. And I don't know. I don't think a lot of people have that. A lot of people are, especially with cancel culture and all that stuff, a lot of people are really afraid of being dragged and stuff. And I'm just hey, I come on here and be I cheated on every girlfriend I ever loved, and I shot porn behind my ex-girlfriend's back for 2 or 3 years. Horrible things, deplorable actions that I'm remorseful of, and I will forever be remorseful of. And I can talk about them because vulnerability is a strength, and going through it and learning to be vulnerable and being uncomfortable is a strength, especially with sharing it in the public, Devontae, appreciate you, man. Thank you for the donation. So true, man. It's not even when am I going to have my next Coke, because I'm always working on music and marketing. So you're right. So just sticking to the plan no matter what. Definitely, man. I'm never going to battle. No. Never. John Cooper Show. The theme is anything. We're kind of just talking about anything right now. Kind of just spitballing. Just talking about gratitude, mainly. Do you think those things you've struggled with in the past you would struggle with again? Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm not going to say, oh, I'm cured forever. I'll never be unfaithful. I would like to think I would. I would really love to live my life and like wind up falling in love again and being extremely faithful. That would be ideal, you know. But it'd be like really ignorant of me to say it will happen. Certainties are not a good thing to go by because I don't know. I have no idea, you know. I'll do everything in my power to avoid my addictions in the future. I definitely feel like I have a handle on them. Like even thinking about doing those things, I like literally get like a sick feeling in my stomach when I think about shooting porn. I get like sick kind of, and when I think about drinking, it's almost like laughable. Like me thinking about drinking, I'm like, why would I ever do that again? There's like no reason to. It's so much better. Alex, my life is a vacation, man. I don't need a vacation. I have the best job in the world, and I live in California. But I appreciate it. I appreciate your concern. Rashid, I mean, I guess, man, I don't know if I would call that ignorance, but we all hope that. We all hope that we'll find our soulmate. And then when we find somebody that we fall in love with, we hope that it will last forever. I don't know if that's ignorance. Do I think there's pressures to stay in an unhealthy relationship? By society? Possibly. I mean, I definitely think that society places a lot of expectations on relationships working out in general, and also being in one too. Like, you know, I'm 35. I'm not young. I'm young-ish, you know, but I'm not like 20 anymore. So me being single at this age and not having like a family, not having a house, in some eyes, people would view that as like a failure to a degree, you know? Because especially with people like, oh, you want to have kids and you're in your 30s, better hurry up because blah, 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 you know? There's all these pressures for sure to like get in a relationship and stay in one. But working on yourself is so much more important before moving into something like that. How do you get the chat box in the video? I use Wirecast, and it's on like another layer, and it's capturing a part of my screen. Like I have the chat on my screen that I'm looking at, and that's there. Is it okay to fall in love though you're not over a past love? I don't know, Macon. I think there's some loves that you probably never will get over, but I'm in that boat right now, and I think there might be a way in the future to have total acceptance that you and that love will never work out, or it's just not possible. But you can still have love for that person. You just can't be like in love with them. You know, you can still love them. I need to do a camping weekend. Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be dope. I would love that. Saying that though kind of gives me a little anxiety because I like being connected, you know, but it might be good. 38 here, divorced, but honestly I feel happier now than before. Yeah, Drew. That's important, man. Who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares about like where you're at in life? Because where you at in life currently is where you're supposed to be. And that's everybody in the world. Everybody's currently at where they're supposed to be, you know? So all that shit of like I should be further, that's such a poisonous mind state with anything. If you're going through a bad time in your life and you're like, oh, I should be over this. No. You're going through what you're going through, and it's taking the time it's taking. And you're like, you're divorced, you're not divorced, you're going through an addiction, you're dealing with depression. Say you're dealing with depression and you have to get on medication and you feel bad because you have to be on medication, and all these other people don't have to be on medication and you're so much different. It's not true. You're just you. You're experiencing your life through your perspective, and you're conscious, and that's unique to you. Comparison is poison. Yep. Love hearing you speak your mind and hear the similarities between each other that you don't really hear a lot of people express due to whatever reason in terms of addiction and growth. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. How do you find it tricky sharing this general to others? Like comedy now, it's necessary, needs to be shared in public, but can be taboo to the general public and family. Sharing this genera. Man, I'm not smart. What does genera mean? I'm going to look that up. I like that word. Let's see. Biology? Genus? Alright, how do I feel? I find it tricky sharing this with others. I guess I'm not really like just afraid of judgment anymore, because the only person that I care about like really judging me for the things I've done is myself, and knowing that I've grown for the things I've done, I guess, is like why I'm not scared. And you shouldn't be afraid of talking with anybody about who you are, because if people judge you for that has nothing to do with you. That's not anything to do with your experience. It's all on them. Judgment is a root that's found in other people, not in you. So you feeling any emotion by others' judgment shouldn't be a thing, because it's an issue that's stemmed within others. It's not in you. So somebody judging you for doing anything, really their problem. It's not yours. I need to get a Raiders jersey for sure. It would be sick to ruin your day jerseys. It would. It'd be really expensive, but it would be dope. A Dodgers jersey? Yeah, that would be tight. I don't have that many jerseys, man. Honestly, I have like a bunch of Nuggets jerseys. I have a Lakers jersey. I have a Mexico football jersey. I have a bunch of Broncos. I have a Rams jersey. But a lot of my jerseys don't fit me anymore because I lost a bunch of weight, and they're really big. Like the Lakers jersey I have is like, it's like a dress. It's not. I hate it, but I love it. But it's like I can't ever like wear it because it's so big. When did I stop wearing sleeves? A long time ago, Amanda. That's been a joke in battle rap for I think 12 years now. That I never wear sleeves. It's because I used to get hot really easy, and especially filming battles, I would just like sweat. So I'm like, oh, all right, I'm gonna wear a jersey. I wear sleeves now though, like mostly when I go out. I was wearing sleeves when I filmed yesterday. There's proof of it. I wasn't wearing a jersey. Do I know any Spanish? No, I don't. I should know Spanish, and I should know other languages as well, but I don't. Because I'm an ignorant American, and I'm not proud of that at all. Yo, I appreciate you during this quarantine, bro. All of you as bloggers keep me entertained all day. Keep doing your thing, bro. Much respect. Of course, my friends. Thank you for saying that. That means a lot. Yeah, just trying to be consistent. Even with this, it's like part of me did honestly kind of not feel like going live today. Also, I'm in my room because my roommates were sleeping, and I don't want to wake them up. And also, I just released that video, and I was just finishing editing, and I'm like, kind of like doing an hour where all I do is talk to the camera is going to kind of slow my day down. But consistency is all that matters. With most things in life, is loving the journey, loving being consistent. And you got to do it. Just like working out every day. You just have to do it. Even if you don't feel like it, you got to do it. Because then you're going to get in a habit of not doing it. And then you're going to feel worse. So, what's my favorite watch I've ever done? Mine is Marv, Iron and Big K. I hated that watch because I wanted to watch a battle, and all they ended up doing was roasting each other and trying to watch fight videos. My favorite watch I ever did, I think I like I don't know. I liked having Alchemist on just because I'm a huge fan of Alchemist, and that was big for me. Um, I really liked doing the Loda Lux and Hollow one where they watched their own battle. I think that was probably my favorite, actually. Thank you, Alex. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Geechee and B-Dots are good too. The Arsenal versus Hollow one was fire. Ira Thomas, I don't have Cash App, but I appreciate you trying to make donations regardless. You don't need to send me anything. But much love, man. That means a lot. We have a joke where I'm from about the sleeve monster. It looks like Avo keeps keeping the sleeve monster in business. Definitely. Definitely. No sleeves. I have plenty of sleeves, guys. Rocking this shirt yesterday. It's LOM shirts. Let's see if this one isn't flipped inside out so I can actually show you guys. This one's flipped inside out too. Well, whatever. Whatever. I'm just going to show you some LOM gear that Holly hooked me up with that's available at lomclothing.com. Oh, never mind. This is a Cortez shirt. So I have sleeves, guys. I'm showing you. I got tons of red shirts too, because I'm blood. That's why me and Geechee get along so well. Just kidding. Any battlers completely sober? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if anybody's sober. I want to say yes. Carter Deems. Nah, Carter Deems he's a party animal. I want to say yes. I'm like forgetting somebody that is sober. I know Lush is sober now, so that's incredible. Diz doesn't really drink. I guess I'm thinking of sobriety meaning like you don't do anything, but maybe that's my own definition of sobriety. It's like, yeah, I always kind of laugh when people are like, I'm sober. All I do is drink and smoke weed, and I'm like, what are you sober from? Like, oh, coke. It's like, oh, well, you're not really sober if you're drinking and smoking weed. You're still doing other shit. Harith, I lost my job and have reverted back to my depressed self. What tips do you have with dealing with stress of losing a job and not knowing if I can pay rent and other things? Harith, that is definitely very stressful. Financial issues can cause a mountain of anxiety and depression if you let it. I can say this, man. It will work itself out. You will find a job. You will find a way to make income. And you'll be okay. You just gotta keep believing that. You gotta keep believing that it will all work itself out. And you gotta keep trying every day. Just keep searching for a job. Keep trying to find odd jobs you can do. There's a lot of things you can do to make money really fast online. It's not really easy, but you can do it. You know, you can drive Uber. You can deliver food. I know those are not like glamorous jobs, but they're definitely a way to put money in your pocket. And furthermore, just be kind to yourself. It's okay to feel sad about losing a job, but that doesn't mean you're any less of a man, or that doesn't mean you're any less of a person. Everybody is going through hard times right now. The world is in a really, really wild and traumatic state, and a lot of people are going through really tough financial times right now. This is going to be like the Great Depression, and know that has nothing to do with you. That has nothing to do with your power and ability as a man. You're still a wonderful person, and you can still provide if the opportunity arises. So just trying to have that mindset, and that it will work itself out. You will find a job, and you will find income. So I think that's all the tips I can do, all the tips I can give. Yeah, I found this weird way where you can get paid for taking out these small Google ads for Amazon product placements or websites, so I've been low-key getting some cash from that and making beats. That's dope, see? Rashid right there. Dope, man. Is your name LLLL? I'm like trying to read it. I can't tell if those are L's or ones. I'm assuming they're L's, but I appreciate it, man. Hell yeah. Gotta have this intro. Hey man, there's nothing wrong with eating ramen every day. There's nothing wrong with that at all. I know that it's not ideal, but just being grateful that you have food, that you can eat food, and that there is cheap food available for us to buy and live off of. That ramen even exists is pretty amazing. That we have that option of like, oh, I only have $1. I can actually eat for $1. Oh, the beef one. Yeah, I was always I haven't had ramen so long. So long. Maybe I would like the shrimp picante flavor. But I don't know, what flavor do you like? Doing anything new to celebrate my sobriety this year? No. I don't know. I should do something. I should like swim naked in the ocean or something like that. I don't know. I don't know what there is to do. I was gonna make this video, more like a short film that had me like narrating like shots of B-roll as opposed to the video I made last year with just me talking, because I don't really know what else I could say about sobriety that hasn't already been said on this show a million times. But so I'm probably gonna do something like that too, where it's just kind of like more of like, I want to say poetry, kind of, with just shots of me and B-roll. Try not to make it too self-indulgent. But yeah, I guess to celebrate sobriety, I don't really have any plans. Maybe I should do something. Eat an entire cheesecake. Make a pumpkin pie. Maybe like that. Maybe I'll learn to make pumpkin pie. How about that? I'm a pumpkin pie dude. Pumpkin pie and whipped cream. Solid. At Thanksgiving, I hate Thanksgiving food, but God, my God, I will kill a whole pumpkin pie. You ever thought of doing Reener Day shows outside of the studio? You mean like live? Yeah, I definitely have. There's like concepts that I have for taking it to the streets. Oh shit. A family recipe for pumpkin pie. Let's go. Let's fucking do it. Hell yeah, God's Mystery. That's incredible. That's amazing. Sell those paintings. Dope, Shane. That's awesome. Anybody in South Carolina will install a new thermostat in your homes. That's awesome, God's Mystery. If you want some free advertising or swipe up post, just hit me up on Instagram. Damn. Look at that. Look at that. Mass Man, I didn't see the rest of your question. Oh shit, bake me cookies. Oh no. I let the cat out the bag with the sweets. I'm definitely a sweets guy. But then I'm also just, I can eat a lot. Like my family's appetite is enormous. Like my brothers are both bigger than me. My youngest brother Kip, he actually doesn't like eat too much, but Keith, the one closest to my age, he's a lot bigger than me. He's like 6'3". His hands are like 3 times the size of my hands. That fool can eat. Ever think of having Polo from Battle Rap Fanatic on your show? He's hella funny. I haven't, but I would love that. I like him a lot. Nowadays, I'm into Avo's bananas and like tuna and mayo and crackers. Hell yeah, that's healthy. I would love to be on My Expert Opinion. That'd be great. I would love that. But yeah, everybody, I'm gonna wrap this up because I gotta do this intro to this battle and then finish that so I can make everybody happy. And yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Another episode of Ruin an Hour. Philip, if you're still in here, man, the offer stands. Email me at kgray@rideordie.com, or hit me up in any other way. I'll talk to you whatever time of day you need. If you feel alone, I'm here, and I ain't going nowhere. All right, guys, love y'all. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Hope you have a blessed day. Much love. Peace out.